All right. Are you ready, Peter?
I'm ready.
This is a new setup.
You didn't expect this, did you?
From now on, you'll be visiting me every week. We've been doing this in person.
Well, it's a nice place you have here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice little cave.
In the main cave.
Yeah. In the Paris of Denmark.
Then Paris of the North.
The Paris of the North.
Our actual sort of city tagline.
Yeah.
And I think it started out ironic, but now it's like
now they use it for PR.
We mean it. We have a big iron tower as well. Aalborgtårnet, the tower of Aalborg.
Yeah, I've seen it. Well, I like this place. Not sure I'll come every week, but
okay.
The reason I came was because we're starting a new Laravel meetup.
Yes.
In town, so
yes,
if they'll have me back, maybe I'll come by once in a while. But
that's nice. You're always welcome to have a founder mode.
Yeah,
a can of founder mode at my place in the man cave.
Yeah, and you can always the experience if you visit me is that we walk in the forest.
Oh, that's
with
also
phones
nice.
like this, like I always do.
An influencer walk.
Yeah. Then you can walk behind me.
All right, but it's been a while, and actually we recorded this last week. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2, but I
recorded you.
Yeah, that's right. I had marked you as a producer in Riverside, which meant that
which felt like an upgrade.
Yes,
like it felt like this was like a nice thing to do for someone, was to say, "Oh,
yes.
He's not just a guest. He's
that was my intention, but it in reality it meant that it didn't record you.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. What have you been up to?
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, I literally don't remember what we talked about.
No, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And even less so half a year ago.
No, not at all. Because before we recorded 2 weeks ago, or you recorded yourself 2 weeks ago, I listened to an old episode just to sort of get caught up, but I also forgot.
Oh, yeah.
about that now.
So clean slate.
Yes.
How many jobs do you have currently?
I only have, sadly, only have one job now.
Okay. Back to the one.
Yes. So, yeah, I think what we talked about is basically just what happened over the summer, I guess.
Yeah.
I did, some conference talks, did Laravel Live.
Still the
UK,
cursor talks?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did the Laravel Live Denmark one. That was the last time I did the cursor talk, and then I decided it's time for a new talk. So I'm doing a new talk today, actually, about AI, not as like a development tool, but as adding AI features to your apps.
Oh, all right.
So
I just saw a person, I forget his name, Rails guy, who tweeted today that he was like fed up with seeing people develop with AI. Now he wanted to know how to implement the features. Actually,
that was. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about now. So it's going to be like, using LLMs, of course, via their APIs, but also embedding stuff and storing in vector databases. So I have some PG vector demos and stuff like that.
Do you run any products that this is relevant for, or is it just like a talk thing?
It's just a talk thing right now.
Nice.
And then, I also did the Laravel gig this summer. MCP package I did for Laravel.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, so I basically built the first version of the MCP server SDK, and then...
Which is official now.
It's official now. So they hired Ashley Hindle, who I met in London for Laravel Live UK. We really bonded and I talk to him now all the time about all this stuff. Great guy, and he was available full time, and he's like the perfect match for that role. So he basically took over what I started, and then Nuno, who also works at Laravel, he joined the AI team full time as well. He's like a Laravel influencer.
Nice.
So that it was so weird. Like when he joined, he basically his first task, I think, was to clean up the MCP package and sort of make it more like they normally do things, like instead of how I do things. I did try to sort of like put on like my Till Otwell hat a little bit, but but he live streamed all of it. Wow. So like there was like a week where every night when I was cleaning the kitchen, I was just watching him like refactoring for 3 hours my code. Wow. And it was like so strange.
That must be strange.
It was super strange. But
was he like trash talking your code? Like,
no,
Peter?
No, I don't think so. Like, I don't know. I feel like I did a lot of the sort of hard, boring work with like actually like, you know, I read through the MCP protocol spec like 700 times, and
so all the fun stuff was left for him.
There was just like the API basically, like you could tweak and this could be done differently and stuff. And I was like under time pressure, so like the most important thing for me was to sort of make sure this follows the spec the way we want it to follow. Like the spec is in some ways was stupid too, so there were some decisions that sort of some things I did different from the spec or decided to ignore. And like the first version of the MCP spec, you basically kept an open connection all the time to the, between the client and the server, which is insane. Like imagine if there are like thousands of people connected to your MCP server and just keep like an open connection. Like it makes no sense
unless you use Elixir. Then,
maybe
you're all good.
Some Erlang. If you have your own phone tower, it's gonna be great.
That's exactly what it's built for.
But so I just ignored that part and just made it stateless. And since then, they completely deprecated all the other stuff. And now it's like everything is stateless, HTTP, normal, web.
I feel like the industry has turned a little bit against MCP as a concept.
I think just parts of it are dumb and insecure, maybe if people are not careful. But the way it's built for Laravel is like it literally just like fits right into what's already there, and it's just like web stuff. So there's nothing weird about it. Like the MCP spec wants you to do OAuth. Laravel has great OAuth package already. That's first party. So it was like not a heavy lift to just support OAuth in like a really solid production ready way that's already tested and proven. And Laravel even have someone who's like doing a lot of work on the OAuth stuff, like I don't think full time, but like doing a lot of work there. So they were able to come in and make sure that part was solid. And so overall I feel good about it. And it was fun because like I didn't really feel like a developer as much anymore, like because I'm not doing a lot of development. And then I'm like building this like really low end, like not low end.
But still in the weeds.
It was just like very like low tech, or like what's the word, like
bare metal.
Like it's just like you have this like text document which is a protocol spec for this thing, and then you have to build it, right? And it was really fun, and it like sort of like made me feel more like a developer again, and it also really made me feel like I wanted to have my own project that felt like that, where it was like I'm solving like a kind of hard problem, but it's still like simple enough that I don't know, it's like a technical problem, and the sort of core product is like this Git repository. I like that it was open source. So when I then had the idea for OG Kit, which was like the other big thing that happened in the beginning, I really tried everything I could to find a way that it made sense to do it open source, just because I don't know, I really enjoyed like when I did the MCP package, like the whole time I thought of the docs as like a really core part of it, and like almost like the product. So like I never changed anything in the code without also asking Claude to update the docs. So the docs were not like great the whole time because they were mostly like AI written in the beginning. But they were always up to date. And it just felt like really nice to always like be able to read the docs to see where is this at. And it felt really great to have this GitHub repository just be the product. Like, I don't know, it just felt like there was no no website to make pretty. Like it was just like the README had to be pretty and like have like good code examples. I really like that.
You still need to do sort of kind of marketing, but it's like in a completely different manner.
So I really had that mindset when I started working on OG Kit, but then ultimately it didn't really make sense to make it open source.
No, it needs the running server part, right?
No one wants to host that. That's the whole idea. Like no one wants to host that themselves.
Exactly. Like that's the point of it, to not have to host it.
But that's the other big thing that happened is I started working on OG Kit, which is my open graph image generator tool.
And sounds like a crowded space, and I think it is. But it's completely its own take on it.
yeah, like no one apparently thought of this. Like it's so weird. Like I think the closest is like what Next.js has, where you can give it
HTML. But that's
HTML.
still a separate repo.
Yeah, it's still a separate repo, and it's like
and everything.
Yeah, and it's not a browser; it's the Satori, whatever it's called. But OGKit is just
Satoshi.
Satori, I think.
I don't know. The image thing.
Someone called it Satoshi with me. They were like, Next.js is Satoshi thing. I think it's called Satori. At least it's close. But yeah, basically my take is like, yeah, I think I should. I feel like I'm repeating myself because now I'm starting to remember what I told you last time we recorded, but that's okay.
Sure, but this is for the audience.
Yeah. We were doing this road trip this summer, and I just remember being in the car
with
my family.
You and your family.
Yeah. We were doing this road trip. Yeah.
Boys trip.
Yeah. Well, me, my wife, and our 2 kids. And, you're sitting in the car. It's at some point you're just, I'm not listening to podcasts. I'm just there, and the kids are watching something on their phones or something. Like, I don't know. I just remember thinking, the thought just popped into my head, like, what if Open Graph Images could just work like that? Because I've had other tools that did Open Graph Images in the past, but it just never felt solved. Like, it just felt like...
No, it was still a hassle.
Yeah. And then basically the idea is, like, what if you just had... on the page that you want an Open Graph image for, if you just had like a template tag that's not rendered, and you just add the HTML there.
So almost basically like just an element on the page.
Yeah, but that's not rendered because you put it in a template tag, which the browser will ignore. Because then if you rendered that template, you still have access to everything that's in the head of that page, right? Your CSS, your fonts, your images, everything, and you have access to your own server-side language because you just generated template tag in the end, but you could do that with whatever technology you want, as long as
the database and everything.
Everything is there. It's just like what you could do on a page, you can also do in a template tag.
Yeah.
And then OGKit basically, I built a prototype for it where, you as the source of your Open Graph image, you just give OGKit as the URL, but then you provide the URL that you want OGKit to go back to find that template tag, right? So you reference back to the same page that you're on. It doesn't have to be the page that you're on, but for simplicity, that's the standard way to do it. And then OGKit will do is visit that website, wipe out the whole body of that page, except the template tag. So replace the template tag or the body with the template tag, and then the template tag will be rendered exactly like it was just a normal page on your website.
Yeah.
But OGKit will make sure it renders in the right size of an OG image, and it'll take a screenshot of it. And that's like, it's so simple, but it works really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the product that I have now.
It's so simple, but also like just on the fringes where you think, like when you first get the idea, you think,
I hope
this will work.
Yeah.
This might work.
Yeah, and as soon as you start using it on people's websites, you realize, there's still a lot of things that are not simple. Like
websites.
Yeah,
they
just
do
like
a lot.
Weird ways that things render, fonts, anything. But most of these issues are sort of issues that are already on your website, but you just aren't really aware of. But still, like, I want people to have a good experience, so I try to do as much as I can to sort of just make it work, even if you didn't, fix that thing on your website. That's weird, right?
Almost like the browsers like can accept broken HTML. They'll do like their best effort.
They won't just like say can't render this HTML, invalid HTML. Yeah, that's true. So that's basically been what I've been up to the past few months, is just building that and launching it. And then, it's like a couple of weeks ago, I got rid of the wait list. So in theory, people can go now and sign up for it and self-serve. I still haven't figured out the right pricing. So I think right now it's still too cheap. So listeners should go buy it now before I change my mind.
This is a public announcement, service announcement.
Public announcement. I'm reading a book on pricing that Michelle Hansen recommended. So it's going to be much more expensive soon.
No. Quick, people, run to it. Run to the checkout.
Get it while you can afford it.
Yeah. It's gonna double by every customer in the next few days.
You're gonna pay per render. There's a lot of like, after going sort of into production, there's been a lot of fun things, like had to figure out how to handle bots. Like there's a lot of just people, especially with AI, like there's a lot of things just scraping your websites, including open graph images. Completely unnecessary in my opinion. So like one day I had someone generate 10,000 images overnight just because like Amazon's Alexa
and they were all at like a /wp-admin.
In this one it was different stock tickers because they had a stock website.
Man. Wow.
Yeah, so pretty wasteful. That's like, so
you can't even cache them for very long, the stock tickers, like if it has a graph.
Oh yeah, I don't think this one has a graph. I just think it has their name or something. But yeah, caching is another thing I've spent a lot of time fine-tuning.
Maybe that's a pro feature that you can decrease the cache duration.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one. Otherwise,
because for a stock ticker with prices you need pretty freaking
I mean, right now you can just change the URL to have the price in the URL, and you get a new one every time.
Just question mark random.
Yeah. That's kind of how Niklas does it.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's like, how can I just bust the cache all the time?
Yeah.
So I think he hashes the time or the date or something.
Niklas.
But it's fine. Like I had someone sign up. Like I had a couple people sign up that shouldn't really sign up because I told people that it's not for user-generated content yet. It is now, but so they signed up with like several 100,000 pages.
Wow.
But then I realized this is a good chance for me. It's like a low stake way for me to have a lot of traffic come through and test things.
Yeah.
So that's how I know about all the different bots and stuff like that, because websites with that many pages, you get all the different AI bots, and you learn that like some bots from some countries will respect your robots.txt and some bots from another large country won't.
Yeah, some countries.
Yeah. They don't. It's like they can't. Maybe you should write the robots.txt in Chinese or something.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. And if the site has a dynamic sitemap.xml, it's going to find all the sites and just crawl them at once, right? So
and for some reason they also get grabbed. Like they wouldn't have to render the OG image, but they do, right?
I bet they just like regex for anything that looks like a URL.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
they're just munching up the whole internet.
Yeah.
And it's kind of dumb. So I block that now because I feel like it's wasteful to generate that many images. So everything's sort of running pretty smooth right now, but it's all running on like a Laravel VPS right now.
I wonder, do you include like .jpeg in the URL?
Yeah.
All right. Because maybe that would like filter some of the regexes, that it doesn't look like a page that's dynamic.
Yeah, no, it does have the JPEG in there.
Live debugging.
It's all running on a Laravel VPS right now. And it's kind of slow because it's not really optimized. So I just spin up Puppeteer every single time I create an image.
Right, yeah.
So I have a prototype now where it's Docker based and it's like 5 times faster or something like that.
Right, okay.
Just keeping like a warm Puppeteer
process.
Yeah, so it's just like I'll just run browsers all the time.
Yeah.
And then I just have to create a new tab basically.
All right, yeah.
I have even played with like keeping open tabs available. But it doesn't help that much. Like it's really starting the browser.
Yeah, starting Chrome.
Yeah.
From nothing.
And then if I have like a really big cache, I think I'm gonna have like a several gigabyte browser cache, unless I find out that's a bad idea. Because like with my current setup, it takes like, depending on the site, like it easy take like 5 seconds to take an image.
Yeah. So for 700,000 at once, it's gonna be a while.
But with the new thing I built, it's like if I haven't cached the site, it's like 2 or 3 seconds, but then it's less than a second. It's like 700 or 800 milliseconds.
Yeah. And
then it's starting to feel like you're not even realizing it's generating an image. Yeah. It's just like loading an image almost it's because it's so fast. But that's like, as soon as I have, because all the pages have a lot of the same resources, like they have the same style sheet, and so the browser cache like does a lot of it helps a lot in speeding things up.
So just leaning on Chrome's built-in cache actually.
Yeah, that speeds things up a lot. So I'm trying to build something where I can sort of utilize that, meaning like not something serverless, for example, because then I lose that. I think it's a little bit complicated, but it's really fun. Like it's a fun problem to try to solve.
Imagine.
And it's like, I think this is like my favorite kind of problem to work on, because it's like, it's one API endpoint.
Yeah.
So it's like so simple.
Yeah.
Was like, I feel like when I worked at TimeKit, like every time we built something new, is a new API endpoint. You know, it's like,
TimeKit. What was TimeKit?
Oh, you never knew about TimeKit.
I'm not sure I knew about
I worked.
TimeKit.
My friend Visti and Jesper, who started it, and Lasse, who works at Bucket now.
All right. Is it like a time?
Yeah,
scheduling?
so it was like one of the early products to do really well on Product Hunt, because so it was like a booking engine basically. Called it Stripe for Time.
Stripe
so
for
we
time.
They did like a inspired by Stripe.js, the widget. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. They did booking.js, so you could add like they had like this open source booking widget. You could add like a calendar as a pop over to your website that was really clean, and then it worked with the TimeKit API, of course, out of the box. Yeah, it was like it was like a top 100 product on Product Hunt back then, I think. So that's like, you know, they launched on Product Hunt, got a ton of traction, raised money. And then basically just for 2 years, we just kind of worked through the backlog of people signed up from the launch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it didn't like really work. But it worked well enough that they sold the company and like did okay, you know, it didn't like become Stripe for Time. But, but they did sell it eventually, and it was an okay outcome. I mean, I would have liked that outcome for me, you know, but it just wasn't like a huge like VC scale venture. But yeah, anyways, that was like just like that was a very large API with a lot of features.
Yeah.
And this is like it's one endpoint.
Yeah.
And it's just like trying to optimize it, make it faster, make it better, make the DX better. And it's like it's worth spending time on the documentation and stuff like that, because it's like I don't have like 700 pages. There's basically just one page that has to be really good.
Yeah.
And like the onboarding now is an LLMs.txt that you can just drop into Cursor, Claude Code, and it'll set everything up for you.
The agent that I used at the time, I've set it up for my own personal website. It didn't.
Yeah, you had some weird
figure out how to fetch the LLMs.txt somehow.
Oh.
I think it might have been Codex, but without.
You have to paste it in because it's behind login.
Oh, that might be
it. Because it has all your information. Like it has account information.
Paste the whole file.
Yeah, you have to paste it.
Right.
It has all your account information because it shows like it gives it like your API key and like tells the LLM how far you are.
Yes.
In the process.
That's crazy.
So it can tell you like you need to create an API key before it can continue.
Crazy
kind of
shit.
stuff, right? So yeah, I think that's what most people have used to get started. I think I have like 20 customers. Probably half of them implemented it. It's like the kind of thing, even if you buy it, you don't necessarily...
Yeah. An aspirational product, almost like a course or something.
Right. But yeah, the first customers I did was pre-sales, right? Because I sent out an email and I had this rough idea for like my first version of the pricing. And I signed up for Jesse's bento email thing. And I was writing this first email saying to people like, thank you for signing up for the wait list. Really excited about this. And then, so this is what I'm thinking for pricing. And I would really like to hear your thoughts on it. So just like reply back. And I was always about to send the email. And I was like, I kind of want to be a purchase link in there. So I was like, I changed the text to say, so you can just reply back and let me know what you think. Or you can literally just buy it now and tell me that way instead. Yeah. And then like 15 people paid for it.
It's like the Fry meme. Show me the money.
Yeah.
I'll take my money.
Like, it blew my mind. Like it was our oldest kid. It was his 5-year birthday. And so I had to leave the office early and go pick him up. And then we were going to this restaurant. And I just remember like my phone was buzzing like at the restaurant. Was like, whoa, I just made another $100 and another $100. It's like,
nice.
It's been a long time since I had that feeling. Yeah. And it was just the best feeling ever.
It's a great feeling, but also with the pre-sale is like the expectations and the what's it called? Ansvar.
Yeah. You're taking on basically some well, it feels like you have some more responsibility to actually do the thing.
Suddenly it's like, okay, this is serious now.
Yeah, I feel bad when people buy it and they don't implement it, even though I'm like, but they could just implement it. It's not my fault, you know?
Yeah.
But I think some people even buy it just to support, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Good friends.
Yeah. So yeah.
Patrons, one might even say.
Now it's just forward from here. My main excuse for not have been like faster than I have is that I've been really busy with launching the Tailwind CSS sponsor program, which maybe we can talk about another time. But that's my main thing right now. Basically, that's the thing in my work life right now that I spend by far the most time doing right now is just trying to find sponsors and build up that program.
So it's like a 2-part thing. There's the individual supporter level.
It's very,
and
the individual doesn't really move the needle for us right now. It's nice to have it. It's nice to have a way for people to support us, but we don't have enough people supporting that way that it really makes a big difference. But it is nice to have. I don't know. It just feels, if for some reason the Discord for the people that paid us $120 to join feels nicer than the other one. And we're more likely to answer there, you know.
Yeah, that's just like the. Sorry, I have to check if my wife has some. She's also doing content right now, so it's the content house.
Yeah,
Aalborg content station. I'll just cut it out. So that's crazy. But that's like why people say you should do B2B sales, right? Instead of B2C. It's just like,
because
you get so much more money from few people instead.
You know, like we have 3 tiers of companies, right? $500, $2,500, and $5,000 per month, right? Guess where we have the most churn?
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then next one, $2,500. Guess where we have basically zero churn?
Yeah, you know? It's like the big bucks.
Yeah. So that's the main thing that I do right now. It's been really fun too, but we can talk about that another time.
Right.
It's mostly OG Kit and the sponsorship program is what's going on.
Back on builder mode.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really fun. It feels good to have a project. Like, I don't know if OG Kit is gonna, like, how big it's gonna be or anything. I force myself to think about it as a side project.
Yeah.
Like maybe I mentioned this in our broken recording, but
let's see if this one goes through.
Shouldn't this be saying recording?
Oh, the red light as well.
I realized like I have some like PTSD or something like that from Reform.
Yeah.
That was more than I thought. That has like reappeared with OG Kit. Just a feeling of like, oh, there's some like stuff there that I probably should have dealt more with.
The responsibility again.
Yeah. And but it's not as valid for OG Kit because it's not as critical of a tool as Reform was. And Reform was also like, oh, I have all these people's money. I'm trying to like turn around and give them the money back. And but and I did with Reform, which was like most of the money we raised, a lot of them we gave back, not all of them, of course, but some of them we were able to give back by selling the company. But with this, it's like, it is a side project. And with Reform, I slept with my phone on my pillow, next to my pillow, so I could react if it was down or something.
Like taped to your face.
Taped to my face with a Neuralink, so I didn't have to wake up to reset the server.
Way better, yeah. What did we even do before?
But with OG Kit, like, I'm basically trying to, like, I asked myself, like, if it goes down at 10 p.m., am I okay, like, not fixing it until 6 a.m. when I wake up? And my answer was yes. So it's not like if your website can't function without Open Graph images for like, a couple hours, then it's not the right product. Right. But I think for most people, that's not really the case. So I don't want to like end up with a lifestyle that sort of is optimized for like never having downtime when that's not really needed for this one. So I'm forcing myself to really treat it as a side project.
And you can probably write your cache as well in a manner that it
it's only for new images because
only not update for
like I think like 98% or 99% right now is like going through Cloudflare.
Yeah.
Like it's 95% or 96% of all my traffic right now is hitting the Cloudflare cache.
Right.
And a lot of my traffic is still like WP admin, WP login, and that also counts, right?
Yeah.
But I like the percentage of like new images versus just serving cached images is very, very, very small. So most people wouldn't even realize it if it was down.
No.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a good thing to think about for a side project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real.
I wrote a post about it at one point, the Calm side project. And I was eventually working on trying to write it into a book, but then...
I think you did a reform for it. I think that's why I remember it.
I did for the sign-up.
Because you were one of the first customers for reform.
I got a little bit into it, but then realized it was just like way too big of a project.
It wasn't as calm as you hoped.
No, that wouldn't have been a Calm side project. And then...
Why are you so stressed, Mikkel? Because I'm trying to write this... calm, stupid.
I'm writing a book about Zen Buddhism. Shut up.
It's stressing the hell out.
Stressing the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but that was the Typeform. Is that what it's called?
Reform.
Typeform is the competitor.
Dude, I have a Typeform screenshot in my slides today. In my slide for the talk, I have a Typeform screenshot, and it felt good to edit because I was just like, yeah, I've moved on. I'm okay. I don't hate Typeform anymore.
Yes. Yes. Back to the Zen Buddhism.
Yeah.
All right.
So you also have a job.
Yeah, I also have a job now. That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm working for a company called Hole Punch.
Which is a crazy name.
Crazy name for some crazy people.
Yeah.
Basically, I know a guy called Matthias that I met at a conference once, and he was
I know a guy called Matthias I met at a conference once, but it's a different Matthias.
Yes, but if you ever meet a Matthias at a conference,
it's a good sign.
It's probably a good sign. Yeah, a good starting base starting point.
My Matthias is coming today for the meetup.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, he's such a nice guy. Yeah. Say hi to your Matthias from me. Yeah, I saw him. It must have been 10 years or more ago in Copenhagen at a conference, and he was doing a talk where he was streaming torrented movies directly from the command line. So he would like paste something into his command line, and then VLC opened, and it started streaming Star Wars like directly from the torrent.
Okay, yeah.
Which at the time seemed completely crazy because everybody was torrenting, but nobody like did it before.
You had to download it first, yeah.
And internet speeds were like slower and everything. So the whole crowd at the conference was like blown away.
Yeah.
And he called it mad science at the time, and it was like it really felt like mad science. Yeah. So obviously, I followed him on Twitter, and we sort of became internet friends afterwards because he was just like, this guy's doing something like different. Yeah. And then I think that specific idea turned into him just being really into P2P, so like peer-to-peer programming. Which
was
is
this
like
talk
Bitcoin.
Online somewhere? Because I feel like I've watched this talk.
I think there's a version of it at least that's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, where did he work at the time?
I don't think he worked anywhere at the time.
Okay. I just feel like I feel like I know exactly what talk it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was inspired by it too.
Yeah. You can definitely look it up.
Yeah. It gives me a vibe of like me at a certain like time in my life watching talks like that.
Yeah, it's really like an artifact.
That's cool.
But he got into the whole P2P thing and eventually started a company, Hole Punch, which is then backed by Tether, which is the crypto sort of entity behind the USDT stablecoin.
Yeah. So
of course that brings in a bunch of money, and the guy behind it is like a big peer-to-peer nut as well. So he thinks that would just like the more peer-to-peer, the better for Bitcoin as well.
Yeah.
And that's a general idea.
That's a thesis behind it.
Yeah. So for now, we don't have any like paying customers or anything like that. The task is just to like build out this whole ecosystem and make it feasible to write an app that's peer-to-peer. And the flagship app is called Keat, which is like just a chat messenger like any other you would use, but it's like completely peer-to-peer. So there are no servers at all. Everything, all the data is just like shared between peers.
Like a torrent or something.
Like a torrent, exactly like a torrent. So, so that's a bit mind-bending, and
yeah,
and it actually works. Like I've been working on a few apps using the technology. One is like a peer-to-peer DJ app where like one user can DJ and the others will like actually like distribute the MP3 files and then play them at the same time. And another one is like Google Docs, but peer-to-peer as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's good if like the internet stopped working or something. Like,
it's crazy. Like the first time I think the peer-to-peer story really spoke to me was a guy named Andre Stoltz, who was living on a sailboat at the time, like traveling the Pacific Ocean or whatever. And he wouldn't have internet because there was no Starlink. So he would like catch up every time he went into a harbor. And then, of course, he would like fetch everything and then post all the things that he had posted.
Download the internet.
In the meantime, he did a whole like social, what's it called? Platform around this idea.
Yeah.
Called Scuttlebutt at the time. I think.
That one. Yeah, I know that one because sort of in the tech meetup community in Glasgow when I lived there were some people that were like core team members, I think, like really involved in that.
I think they renamed it and made it like Android Main, which is weird.
Okay. It was still called Scuttlebutt when I knew those people.
Yeah. But I wrote on Twitter.
I thought it was a joke when I heard them talk about it first. I thought they were like taking the business. But then I realized now that's true.
Yeah, it's a thing. But I wrote on Twitter at some point. I was just like getting frustrated with. I guess that's the pendulum that's always swung in my career. Is like being alone and then being with other people, and it's had severely swung back to being frustrated at being alone and not having any teammates, and also like the. Of course, there's the freedom from being alone, but there's like a double-edged sword, right? The pressure and the that you have to like not even just come up with how to solve a problem, but like what's the problem to solve? What's the right prioritization?
Yeah,
and then I had like sort of set this goal of getting Tenor to be like an international project, because there's only still just Danish projects on it, and which is fine. It's going great in Denmark, but it was like it was just not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So
well, in Denmark it was.
In Denmark it still is like slowly growing, which is great. So I just like announced on Twitter that I was ready for getting like a long-term contract or like anything, something serious, maybe even a job. And then Matthias reached out, and the rest is history.
The podcast?
The podcast?
That's a podcast. All the rest is history.
Oh, right.
It's really good.
I didn't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, so that's my that's my job now. And I still, of course, have all the other projects, but those are like postponed to the evenings. Of course, like, but having
have you found peace with Tenor just being in Denmark, maybe, or do you still try to? Like,
it's just it has changed in the way that it isn't required to work internationally now. Like there was
not
like
as much pressure.
Yeah, that's definitely the difference. So I can just make it like keep it good in Denmark, keep everyone happy. But isn't like there's no ticking clock for like this has to work. Right. This has to explode before it's a success. And Tenor has been a side project for most of its life anyway, and it works kind of in that fashion. So so it doesn't feel like I'm giving up at all. It's just like if it eventually has some international traction, then great.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one show, right?
It could be just one show. That's how it started in Denmark. It started with my own show, but then also like the first Not Me show was what took it, gave it traction in Denmark. So yeah, it could just be the one show, but like the pressure isn't as much anymore. So all in all, great decision right now to have just a plain job, and it's wonderful to like work on somebody else's problems, and also because it's like it really is a challenge, the peer-to-peer stuff. It really is a new ground and new things to learn and fun new nerdy people.
What's the tech stack you work with there?
Is Node. Everything is Node. Not even TypeScript.
Okay, just Node.
Just plain old JavaScript.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, it's a fun language.
Yeah. I'm really trying to like remember that talk and the guy, because I have like a very vague like picture in my head.
He's like baldish,
and I feel like he had different, like he had some open source libraries or something that I remember.
Yes, like over
there was
1,000 node packages that he's like actively maintaining. He's one of those guys.
We'll look it up afterwards.
Yeah, Macintosh is his
nickname. That's the guy.
Yeah,
I remember the talk now.
He has 1 million node packages.
Yeah,
and many of them are under the Hole Punch name now. So very fun and inspiring guy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Of course, a guy like that builds a company of more interesting people. So it's
in a way, there's like some similarities with working at Tailwind, because it's like it's still like it's a real product. It's used by a lot of people. We have customers, and we have to make money, and we don't have funding and stuff like that. But it's also like it's also a node package, like it's a.
So what's the tech stack? Yeah, it's a node,
right? And it's like it's just something Adam came up with, and now whereas it's just a whole group of people like working on it, right?
Yeah, but that's
the sponsorship program is a way to just even do that more, right? Make the company more like that, where it's just like companies are just paying us to do that. It's a very similar model.
Yeah,
if we can pull it off, right?
Yeah, so the similarities even continue, like in that more than a Node.js package is more of a like concept and idea.
Yeah,
that's true for both, and it's like the customer relationship isn't like direct.
No,
buy and have. It's more like we do it and it's free, and then somehow also the money appears.
Yeah, and Tailwind Plus is just a different way to try to make some money so that we can work on the thing. Right?
Yeah, but the main gig is the open source software, which is
that's the main IP at least. Yeah,
always a fun thing to explain at parties. How
well, it helps now. You can say like.
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that's built with Tailwind.
Right. It was the same problem at Elasticsearch. I had to like so it's free for everyone, but then some companies
for you it's a little bit more difficult. Torrent files.
No. But the CIA, they pay us a lot. I don't know if the CIA is a customer of Elasticsearch, but it was like huge companies and organizations paying for the rest of the people, which is like how open source databases work.
Yeah. What about NitroKit? Is it still alive?
NitroKit?
I know Niklas still using it.
I think he's my most active non-me user.
Yeah,
non-me is the new term that I'm coining. Non-me. And I'm using it a bunch, and it's really nice to have. But I don't think I struck a chord with the Rails community at large.
Okay.
So something was wrong there, and there are like a few ways out of it. So one way is that it still needs a starter project. I think that's more. Mm-hmm. Something that people in Rails are looking for. So if it was a starter kit,
like a rail, what's Andrew's thing? Bullet train. That's right. That's one of them, and there's another one. Is that what you mean when you say starter project?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So I think theirs is a little bit like it's like continuously dynamic, that you can like keep adding stuff to it. So it's not just like a plain repo and then you clone it and that's your starting point. It's like a living thing where you can add authentication, and it's gonna add that on top. So I think that could possibly save it. So it's a starter kit mostly, and then there's like the open source components on top that are used to build it. That could be one way. Another way would be to just like not try and sell it. Just keep it an open source package, which would remove a bunch of my responsibilities.
Yeah.
So of course then, and it's already built, so I don't need to like.
It might be worth more as an open source.
Might be worth more in a way, right?
Yeah, Adam and I talked a lot about that for OG Kit, like.
Yeah.
Because we had it in our minds that people wouldn't pay for something like that because you aren't really paying for it right now.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of surprising to him as well, I think, that people just started paying for it, even when they didn't have to.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you take the like abstraction far enough, people don't have to pay for anything, right? They can just build everything themselves.
That's true.
So it's like it's just like,
but there are some products that we have sort of decided that we are going to pay for. We're paying for a help desk, and we're paying for hosting, and and we're sort of okay with that. But like, not a lot of people are currently paying for.
Sorry. I'm going to check that we're recording.
Yeah.
Yes. All is well.
Not a lot of people.
Back to it.
Not a lot of people are paying for open graph images right now, so it's a new thing. I think it's always more difficult to get people to pay for a new thing.
Still, like stuff like Banner Bear exists.
Yeah, but people don't use it for open graph images. They use it for creating dynamic ads and flyers, and like if you look at their SEO, it's like their top keywords is like real estate related, and
all right.
So
I didn't even realize
that's not what people use it for the most, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so who knows? Maybe I'll be generating ads for people soon.
Yeah.
But so that's something I just have to keep in mind for the pricing model.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, we just thought about like maybe there's just more value in like creating a really cool thing and make it available for people as open source. But then I just realized like no one wants to host that stuff, so they will actually pay a little bit not to have to host.
Yeah,
that stuff if they need it to be dynamic, right?
Like I really have good like words. I want to call it traction for LeaderKit, for example. LeaderKey, my Mac app, which is open source, and it has struck a chord with a bunch of people.
Yeah,
which is funny because now what do I do with that?
Yeah.
And for now, it's like great for YouTube views, and so that's what I'm using it for. But there's something in there.
Yeah,
and
maybe you could look at how Raycast is making money. Or
I am looking at Raycast because maybe I'm working on a thing.
Okay.
Maybe there's another thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
I won't say too much yet. But I'm definitely looking at Raycast.
Nice.
And the traction of LeaderKit.
Yeah.
LeaderKey. Everything is a kit now.
Yeah. We're rebuilding all of Tillen Plus right now to be kits.
Yes. So like a website kit.
Yeah.
The marketing page.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can use it as a base. I mean, just, I guess like something like that has always been popular. Like Tumblr themes were a business, and Squarespace themes and everything. And I think maybe you and I don't see it as much because we are in the space of like Twitter and Twitter people, and they build their own things.
Yeah.
But I think for like the general population,
I mean, I've been in the WordPress world for a long time, and that's how like WooCommerce started as a themes business, right? And in WordPress, it's even JR
like
from Lemon Squeezy, now Stripe, he started a themes marketplace as well, and sold that like 15, 20 years ago and made some money from that.
And it feels like the WordPress themes are like abstracted a level more. So like it's a theme, and then you use that theme as a building block.
Yeah. Now, now it's even crazier. Yeah. Now the theme is like a website builder.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So
yeah, lots of stuff is happening.
Lots of stuff.
I'll have to come back soon.
This was very nice, at least.
It's more nice than.
And you're going to give a talk tonight.
Than my internet not breaking.
And
we don't even know if my internet broke while we're here.
What internet?
At home.
At home? Oh yeah, that's right.
It could have been down 2 times.
I can like throw in a few glitches on just you pause on the camera and I just continue
something,
and I just sit around and wait until you like, oh, you're back, Peter. Everywhere you go, the Sorunet will follow you.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
This was nice.
Fun. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.